Welcome to the stage, Henrik Overgaard Nielsen.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Danish, and I know some of you might be a little suspicious of me, but I come in peace, even though my Viking ancestors invaded Chester just over 1,000 years ago. So I will address you as cousins. I'm European. I was born and bred in Denmark. My favorite lager is German, and I even have an Italian rescue dog. I'm far from the xenophobe Chucker and his chums has claimed make up 17.4 million of his fellow citizens. Support for Brexit is not only on the right of the political spectrum, it is across the board, and the Brexit Party is a good example of that. Far-right parties do not speak for me, nor do they speak for the overwhelming majority of this country. Having come here as a European immigrant over 20 years ago, I can safely say that the rhetoric which comes from those on the far right does not represent what I have experienced. Britain has been open and welcoming to me. The Brexit Party brings together people from all backgrounds and challenges the dangerous stereotype which media outlets like the BBC push. How will they square the idea of me, a socialist, NHS dentist who hasn't treated a private patient in the 20 years I worked here? I'll give you my business card later. A trade union representative who used to live in a commune with being a Brexit supporter. In 2016, every household in the UK was sent the official leaflet from the government. It only cost taxpayers £9 million. And in there it stated that if we voted to leave, then we would leave both the single market and the customs union. Over 90% of current MPs have been elected on a manifesto that clearly states that they will respect the referendum of 2016. So how come I am seen as the extremist when I argue for that to be delivered? What we need is a Brexit on WTO terms. No ifs, no buts, let's just get out. Unlike the Labour Party elite, most of whom would not know a fishing boat from a yacht, I have spent many days catching cod and eel in the freezing cold Baltic Sea because my family are fishermen in Denmark and fully understand the devastating effect the EU's common fisheries policy has had on fishermen. Fishing areas like Greenfield, Moston and Connah's Quay have all suffered. Bigger ports like Fleetwood, which was once England's third biggest fishing port, employing 11,000 people, has not one full-time fisherman left. What we need is to leave the EU and re-establish a 200-mile exclusive zone where all the fish belongs to us. This would mean that we could again catch our own fish and be self-sufficient instead of importing over 40% of the fish we eat, as we do at the moment. In June 2016, I, unlike most people in this country, felt that I'd seen it all before. It took me back to the 2nd of June 1992, when the Danish people stood up to the might of the European establishment and voted no to the Maastricht Treaty. I was part of that campaign in Denmark and the sense of relief in 2016 was on par with what I had felt almost 25 years before. However, the relief didn't last. What is happening in the UK now happened in Denmark in 1992. The establishment did not like the answer the people gave them, so they told us to vote again. Sounds familiar? Yes. The arguments in 1992 are the same as the arguments in 2019. The EU has a huge democratic deficit. Brussels is unaccountable, secretive, and distant. $17.4 million Leave voters have been left politically homeless. And a lot of them say, why should I bother to vote again? Nobody pays any attention to my vote anyway. But I say to those people, vote in this election, give the MPs a kick up the backside. The Brexit Party will speak for you. Britain is my home. I brought my children up in this country, and I worked and paid taxes here for over 20 years. What happened in Denmark was that democracy was overturned, voters ignored, and the decision of the people cast aside, and I will not let that happen to the country I now call home. The Brexit Party is the way we can stop history repeating itself. And I urge you all to sign up, support, and vote for the Brexit Party on the 23rd of May. Thank you very much.